Hello, hello. I'm not sure if I'm audible to everyone. I would like to perform some test and then I will share the today information about Splunk. चेक करते हैं क्या दिक्कत आ रही है भाई. विक्रम लाइव. हेलो. चेक करते हैं क्या दिक्कत आ रही है भाई. All right. I hope guys my voice is audible and it's clear and you can see my screen as well. Now I will share the another screen where I'm running a Splunk instance and we'll be sharing the some details, some information which will be helpful for you if you are already working in SOC in cybersecurity or if you're preparing for an interview as well. Order transform fit to screen. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा and I think things will be fine. Order transform fit to screen. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा and I think things will be fine. All right, okay. I hope now you can see the screen of Splunk instance, and I will be checking the comments also if anybody have any questions or doubts. Today I came live again. I know there was a lot of it was a long time. I didn't get any video. I didn't upload anything because I didn't sometime find the motivation for creating any video on cybersecurity on SOC specifically because sometimes I don't feel that interest people are actually showing to me on the videos, and sometimes it demotivates me, and also as I don't have time always, I skip to create or upload any video. But I was working on something on Splunk, and I thought to share with you also, guys, because there are a lot of people also there on my YouTube channel who are waiting for me to come and to share some information which can be helpful for them as well. So I think yeah, this is the right time, and I'm sorry and apologize for any delay from my side for the ones who wait for my video. You can feel free, guys. You can give me comments. I will definitely wanna check those comments, and if there is any specific demand coming from anyone to create any video or any subject which you think that you need to know, I will be creating a video on that topic also. I will consider that. And today I'm gonna share an information or this is a knowledge which maybe you cannot learn from any course because this is comes with an experience. Yeah. So I am using an instance which is being running on internet, and you can find it online also, and you can also log in for free as I also logged in, and this is gonna help you to learn and to be familiar, to make you familiar with the different logs format also, because I believe there are a lot of people who subscribe to channels and wait for me to share some information which can help them where they can do practice of learning SOC thing. And this is the platform maybe you can use without paying a single rupee or money to anybody, and you can learn for free. This on this platform you can do a lot of tests, you can learn various things, and this can help you to upskills your Splunk and your cybersecurity knowledge. Okay, cool. So let me start now. So let's say now you joined a company, yeah, where you have no idea how to work on a Splunk platform before. I'm gonna first make you familiar with few commands which can help you to understand about this instance, about that company, about the infrastructure. Then maybe from there you can learn and understand the infrastructure for any customer. For example, you have been hired for a, from X company, and you want to get access to this Splunk, right? Okay, let me check. Okay, so now let's say you, as I was telling you that you can be get an opportunity to work on this Splunk either by some company, or you can use this instance to access this Splunk, and then you can run different commands for your learning. So how can we start first working on a Splunk? So this is the Splunk search and reporting application. I don't think so they're using any search or any enterprise security application. We have search and reporting application. I click on this reporting application. From this particular search module, I can run different searches and I can get the results based on the log ingested in the Splunk. So now let's say if I want to like any search, because Splunk stores the logs and it stores the logs in from various data sources, but for your starting you can understand that any logs coming to the Splunk is coming to the different buckets, different information being stored in different variables, and the three different variables which you should always know, and you should always remember about these things, so whenever you get chance you can understand it. So what are those three variables? Is this index, host, source type. You can also think about the source. So whenever you are running any search on Splunk, yeah, you can always find these fields always available there, always. For any log source, it can be firewall, it can be Cisco ASA, it can be uh, antivirus, Windows, Linux machine, router, switches. Any logs being ingested to the Splunk will have these fields. If you're not familiar with this Splunk, I can will tell you. So Splunk basically giving you the option to hunt or to search the logs based on the key and pair values, field and pair values. So you will have a field and then you have to give a value. If that value does not exist, it will not give any result. For example, if I'm running index equal to value, as there is no value defined or there is no variable with this containing value information, so I don't have any results. If you don't know what value it can contain, you can run index equal to star. I don't have any results because I'm looking for the last 24 hours. This is an instance on internet, so you can run for all time, and then you can see other different logs are being ingested and the informations about the different fields which coming after the parsing. Okay, so now you can see I'm running a normal search, a very general search with index equal to star for all time to understand how many logs has been ingested. This is the very, you know, I would say can impact the performance in some cases because we are running a very raw search to know that different logs are ingested in a real time scenario where you have to work, where you are working in a company. It can actually give you a lot of results, but it can take a lot of time also because this is an simulation instance where not logs are ingested in the real time, and that's why we are running app for all time to understand when the logs were ingested, how many logs are available. But you can see the search is still running. There are different optimized search which you can use in your hunting or investigation. So for example, instead of running this index equal to star, I can run another search because I don't know how many logs are ingested and taking a lot of time. I can use t stats count where index equal to star by source type, for example. So now you can see within just few seconds, right after running this search, I got the results. It's not in the raw logs, but I got the information about the different source type. As I told you, there are few information available like index, host, source type, always there, and you can run this information, this SPL, which can basically give you the information about the index where the logs are coming in, from which device these logs were sent to, and what are different source type. Maybe it can be coming from the firewall, it can be coming from the antivirus, EDR, any other source. Let me put the source information if that also can come in the tstats command. So you can see this source. Now you can understand any logs coming in the Splunk is basically coming with the few information, with this default informations coming, and this default information can help you to understand any customer or any Splunk instance if you're going in for interview or you're working for a company. Now you can see we have a source type. Let me put the source type after the host, and we can see how many events actually ingested in this Splunk now in this case. So we can see there are 955,000 events are ingested in all time, and there are 36 different rows. You don't know how many different hosts. Let me put by index. If you want to know the total number of index, there's only one index. Basically, this is a bucket where the all logs have been ingested, and there's a subcategory or subclassification of the further bucket. Maybe you can see the information about the firewall host, the device is sending the logs. So by the host, we can see there are 7 devices have sent these all logs. And if we go by the source types, from these 7 devices, we can see 22 different source types. We can see the logs for the FGT, that is a FortiGate firewall. We can see the IS, that is an application logs. This is the stream data, like we can see the packet captures for the DNS, DHCP, HTTP, IP, SMP for different protocol, SMB. This gives you the information about the net, any packet based on the different protocols, and it will be helping you to understand about the different information available in these logs also. We have some IPS logs, IDS logs, we have some Windows application security and system logs. On the page 2, we have some Windows registry modification and sysmon logs. Okay, so now I will put the again source. Source basically tell you how the logs are coming and what is the exact path. So you can see the the logs which being forwarded in JSON format from this particular path from the previous host which I was showing before. The logs coming from the, I think, firewall is coming from this path. You can see this is coming from the, I think, vulnerability scanner logs, stream data, some UDP logs also coming. If we all combine all this different information, index, host, I can use, I believe, values also, or source type. So what values basically doing here? Values is combining all the different source types coming from a different each individual host here. For example, this all stream data is being all being sent through this particular instance. Yeah, for this all Windows system security logs have been ingested through this particular host and this particular host. FGT logs, the firewall logs, basically coming from this particular host. Yeah. So for any start, for any your customer or your company, if you don't know, you can use this set command and this SPL to know, understand about what different logs are coming to your Splunk. If you have any questions, please feel free to add in the comments, and I will be giving you the answers based on that. Okay, nothing. All right. So we will go one by one in each different log, and let's try to understand if we can cover up one to two different source types. Yeah. Okay. So now I will, if you have any preference, guys, who are watching this video at this time, you can let me know which log type you may be interested to see. So I will be going into that particular source type. If no comments will come, I will go by my choice. Okay, I will wait for some seconds, 30 seconds maybe, and then we will be going first through the IAS logs if there's no preference from anyone. So now let me go index equal to star, but now I don't need to put index equal to star because I already know the index name, I already know the host name, and I know the source type name also. Index equal to port SV1, host equal to this, source type equal to IS. So now instead of checking in the raw logs, my Splunk will check only in this particular indexed logs in specific bucket, specific device, specific log events. But otherwise, it will look for all events and it take a lot of time. So now you can see the speed of running the search and completion is too fast as previously I was showing to you when I was running a command index equal to star. Okay, I can see some comments now. I can see the request to check the firewall logs and the proxy logs. Okay, so guys, again, I will go back to my previous search. So let's say now some Mahindra asked me to check the proxy logs. Yeah, Mahindra, as I told you, right, we have this firewall UTM logs, traffic logs, event logs, IS logs. So let's see if we are basically receiving the proxy logs in the UTM or not. Yeah. So let me, easy way to check, we can just go by the index equal to port SV1. We can go by the host. Source type equal to this. Splunk is very easy to learn. You just first run the search to understand the different host, source type, and then maybe you can also understand about the different sources, and then you can run the searches accordingly. So if, let's say, in any company, right, so if you are checking the UTM logs, let's see if these are having any details about the host name, domain name, or nothing. Domain, URL. So again, the people who don't know Splunk, I am telling you that whenever these logs, any logs coming or being ingested in the Splunk basically do the parsing either based on the application which used for the ingestion or by the default understanding, or administrators can create the parsing for the logs by themselves, by their choice. If the logs are properly parsed, you can see the fields here, and you can see the row logs here. you can see the different format of representation of the logs. Row list table. I usually love to check the logs in the row format because I can see full visibility. If I will go by the list, you can see it shows me some extra line with the host source and source type and the time of the ingestion, which I don't usually prefer. The table format, I don't see all logs. So I usually love the raw format for investigating the logs. Now, the three modes running the searches in Splunk, fast, smart mode, and verbose mode. The meaning of these different searches are already mentioned here. For example, fast mode shows field discovery off by default for all events. That means you may not see any fields. For example, if I will run it in fast mode, you can see how many different fields are available as of now. But if I will run in fast mode, you will see nothing there. See, no, not much field there now. Yeah, in the smart mode, you can see the field discovery is on, and again in smart mode you may not see the visualization, yeah, but you can see the fields available. If I will go the verbose mode, you can see the visualization mode also enabled, and you can see the statistics and you can see the events also. If you're running for the fast mode, you can prefer fast mode. If you want to see the visualization, for example, let me show you the visualization one with the command time chart count. So basically I am now representing the data. In the events, you see nothing because verbose mode is disabled. I'm running in smart mode, and you can see the statistics of the log ingestion based on a different time. In the visualization, you can see when this log are ingested. You can change the format of the logs also. You can enable the timing. You can enable the count. You can do the formatting accordingly. So now I will just go quickly to the verbose mode now because we are only learning at this time. So we can go by the verbose mode. So here we can see the time chart also, we can see visualization also, statistics also, and the raw events as well. Yeah, and all these fields which basically coming after the parsing we can see here. So if you're checking about any proxy logs, right? So what we can see in the proxy logs usually, we can see the machine name, we can see the username, we can see the host name, we can see the method, request, response type, and many other information. So first I will prefer to see if I can see any URL domain name request in the logs itself. I can go manually. I can see that I can read the logs, date and time, the device sending the logs, date, again the ingestion and the activity started, the device sending these logs, device ID, login ID, type of the device sending the logs, subtype, level of the information, means the information can be critical, low, medium. And then we have some app ID, IP address, port numbers. We have some interface information, destination IP, port number, protocol number, application name, application category, app name, action, and some protocol again. And for some other logs, you can see hostname is also available. But why we don't see hostname in these logs? Why we do see hostname here? Because you will see hostname only and only in the case when you are trying to access a website. Yeah. But if you are trying to communicate to some other protocol, you may not see any hostname because again that information of the communication going in the application layer. But the hostname is only coming when you're trying to communicate to a website. So now let's say I can see the hostname. I can verify where this information is parsing. I can search easily Microsoft.com and you can see the hostname is the field where this all hostname has been passed, also site name as well and the URL also. So now I will can use a table command because I want to see the only host name, I want to see the site and the URL. Yeah, so now I can see the host name, I can see the site. So host name and site you can see having the same information. But how many logs are there? Like 25,000 logs are there. How can I verify if the host name and the site having the same information? Instead of using the table command, I can use stats command here. Stats count by. I can see the URL is changing. I will remove the URL. So you can see now I'm using the stats command. The 25,000 table information is now limited to 196, and I can see the same information, and in this 196 I can easily verify. I can increase the 196. You can see same information, right? Same information. See. So now I will not use the two fields. I will use only one field. Now you can see this is site. Now I can put the URL. So the three commands I've shown you already: table, stats, and time chart. Yeah. So if you go by table, you can put the field name. The field name should be exist there, otherwise it will not work. But when you have a lot of data, you cannot read or analyze this all information. Then we prefer the stats command, where we can see the statistics, or we can remove the duplicate events. And stats have a specific syntax to use. I'm using the count by. Only after that we can see the statistics and remove the duplicate values. How many duplicate entries we have, you can see by the reference here. Most of the duplicates for this particular site name and the URL link. If you have any questions, doubts, guys, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, so you can see this particular site and the URL have duplicate entries of 191.8. But why duplicate? Maybe some other protocol port numbers maybe differ. Maybe I can use the source IP, destination IP. I can put the port number. Again, this field should exist. If this field will not exist, it will not basically give you any results. Okay, so no results. If you want to verify what field you type wrongly, you can either go by the in events mode, and you can check the port number or the field name you verified, destination port you have, source you mention, destination you mention. All the fields exist, but still you don't see any results. You can verify URL. Okay, so URL is small letter. Now you can see. Now you can see the duplicate well entries, right? Okay. So this way you can basically identify the statistics of the logs available in your Splunk. And if you want to see the, let's say, if you want to see the activity from this particular IP address, you can put time chart count by IP. And you click on the visualization. You can see only the traffic from the particular IP address. You can split it by the span of 1 minute to see the event ingestion happen for each minute. So you can see this event ingestion all happen, I believe, in 1 minute only. Let me go. Okay, because I'm this on 10th, I will click on this view events. You can click on the events also. It will set the same time in your Splunk, as you can see here. Now I can use again this time chart count. Time chart count is also enough. Now I can go by visualization. I can use any visualization here. You can see I can go by the statistics to see the time difference. So you can see the time difference of half an hour. Yeah, half an hour. I can make it 1 minute with the span command. Now I can see 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can make it 5 minutes. You can zoom into this. You can keep 1 minute. Now you can zoom into this. So see, the ingestion happened from this time to this time, the activity, okay, from this IP address. Again, if you have any questions or doubt, you can let me know in the comment section, guys. Okay, now you can change the visualization whatever you like. Basically, this one. Uh, line. Okay, cool. Now I will remove this proxy logs. When they told me to check the logs, now I can see, let's say, again stats count by site URL. So on a particular site, we can have multiple URLs. Yeah, I can see some NS lookup commands. If it is coming in the proxy log, it's a possible sign of attack. You can see the account tick. This is a basically web scanner. So it's a possibly sign of it's attack. It can be a legitimate attack, but it can be or a pen testing from the outside attackers. So if you want to see for each site or different website or URL being observed, then you can use different functions like values. If you don't know, maybe one site have multiple URLs, so you can use the DC function here. And then you can click on the DC here. You can see the most site and the URL requested. You can see this is all attack, all attack, all attack. See, data traversals, skill injection. So what I'm thinking, guys, now it's a long time we haven't catch up, and I think let me start a free session for the SOC training on the weekends. Yeah. So maybe the people who are interested, who already working, maybe we will start from the scratch again. Yeah. I will be picking up some topics, important topics, and will be going on weekend. We'll be asking you to participate if you want to join over the video. That will be fine. I think that way we can basically, pump up the people who basically waiting for the new learning from me. So I know there are a lot of people are waiting for learning, and for a few persons who uh, don't participate in the learning things, it's okay for us. We should not feel demotivation or demotivated. So what will I will plan? I will plan the class for SOC free trainings. Yeah, for you guys who are part of my subscriber, and then maybe we can go live on the YouTube, or maybe we can go live in a Zoom class maybe. Yeah. So if you are a subscriber, if you're watching this video, please feel free to request me. So based on the number of the audience, I will be giving you the link where you can connect with me, and I will be giving you the free training for the SOC then. Okay. I think that would be good, because now I'm talking maybe something which maybe not clear to you. So if we go by the starting of the SOC fundamentals, and then it will be good for you to learn and understand. Okay, so I think I will stop now, but I will be posting some free classes for the SOC, and will be considering only to those people who are interested, not everyone. So maybe I will connect with you also if required, if needed, if I feel need to connect with you, and then we can I can give you the free SOC training also. I hope whatever you got learning today on Splunk, it's a very important learning, guys. I know it has a lot of information. It might not clear to you again, but as I mentioned, I will be hosting free SOC training classes for you. If you're interested, you can send me a message on through my website. Don't reach out to me. Okay, you can reach out to me WhatsApp on my WhatsApp number also. You can find my number on my website. Ping me, don't call me. Okay. So based on your message, I will be responding back to you and will be giving the link for the SOC free classes. All right, that's for today, guys. Take care. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.